They're inside the refrigerator.
I looked inside the refrigerator.
I feel like telling them, sit on your bottom, like I tell my kids, you know.
David, where are my cigarettes?
Inside the refrigerator.
I couldn't find them in the refrigerator, David. I put them on the table 5 minutes ago and now they're gone. Where are they?
Oh, yeah, I know. They're inside the back of the TV set where all the parakeet feathers are.
I looked back there.
They're inside the refrigerator.
I looked there and I couldn't find them. I put them on the table 5 minutes ago and now they're not there. What do we do?
Oh, yeah, I know. They're back at the TV set where all the parakeet feathers are.
I looked back there. I couldn't find them. What do we do with them?
Oh, they're up at Grandma's house.
David, where are my cigarettes? David, where are my cigarettes?
They're inside the refrigerator.
I looked there and I couldn't find them. I put them on the table 5 minutes ago and I can't find them now. Where are they?
Oh, yeah, I know. They're back at the TV set where all the parakeet feathers are.
I looked there and I couldn't find them. What did you do with them? David, where are my cigarettes?
They're inside the refrigerator.
I looked there and I couldn't find them. I put them on the table 5 minutes ago and now they're gone. What did you do?
Oh, yeah, I know. They're behind the TV set where all the parakeet feathers are.
I looked there and I couldn't find them. What did you do with them?
They're up at Grandma's house.
David, where are my cigarettes?
They're inside the refrigerator.
I looked there and I couldn't find them. What did you do with them? I put them on the table and now they're gone.
Oh, yeah, I know. They're behind the TV set where all the parakeet feathers are.
I looked there and I couldn't find them. What did you do with them? table 5 minutes ago and they're not there. What did you do with them?
Oh yeah, I know. They're in back of the TV set where all the parakeet feathers are.
Well, I looked there too and I couldn't find them. What did you do with them?
They're up at Grandma's house.
My mother doesn't smoke, David. What? David, where are my cigarettes?
They're inside the refrigerator.
I looked there and I couldn't find them. I put them on the table 5 minutes ago and now they're gone. What did you do with them?
Oh yeah, I know. They're in back of the TV set where all the parakeet feathers are.
Well, I looked there too and I couldn't find them. What did you do with them?
They're up at Grandma's house. They're in the cigarette store. I told you, they're inside.
Mental techniques for doing what? Mental techniques for doing what?
Okay, bye.
Line 7, you're on the air. Hi, what's your name? And what would you like to talk about?
I'm looking for some techniques, I guess, mental techniques.
Mental techniques for doing what?
When you get up in the morning, you immediately start thinking about what you lost and that whole thing, and then go into it the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and...
David, I've been there, and they're all out of my grant.
Joyous can be only a brief moment. So joyous can be only a brief moment. That's enough, Mr. Alvarez. Some heroes, friends, and loved ones have already gone. Some heroes, friends, and loved ones have already gone with them. If it is God's will that they and we shall die, God's will that they and we shall die. If it is God's will that they and we shall die, so be it. If it is God's will that we shall die, so be it. We shall die.
With some sort of strategy, I think you just mucked it because they did not understand.
Only God. If it is God's will that they and we shall die. And heroes, friends, and loved ones have already gone from them.
I used to know a little, but it was still a lot. Now I know too much and find it hard to make out any patterns.
How you guys doing up there? You know, she brought some snacks. Yeah, I'm hungry. Are you? 9:30.
Battle, get the feel of the love before they get better.
tonight, before we get started with our second LAD Bible, we could all please bow our heads and have a moment of sacred, traditional noise!
Oh, yes, dear friends. This revival has been, or revival, I should say. Afterwards, you should feel divine. All right. Our great MC, the Reverend Dr. Howell, shall come aboard and present to you the truth.
Facile quaedro dures esse arboras invisibiles quam visibiles in rerum universitate, sed horum omnium familiam quis nobis enerabit, et gradus et cognationes et discriminae singulorum moderna. Cuidado, quae loca habitant? Hello, dear friends, this is Dr. Howell, your unctuous host of the evening. I'm here tonight to participate in a fabulous scientific experiment in which you will all join. We are going to attempt to revive Bob from the dead. No fake Bob, no foul false Bob, but the true Bob, the real Bob, the Bob you always dreamed about. And it's going to be very difficult. This is officially an atomic seance. We will need to build up critical mass to achieve rebobbification. We can't do it just now. We need to work you up through various tumbings and exorcisms and all that sort of thing. First on the list is the mysterious and powerful prophecy video created by Master Scribe Ivan Stang and the incredibly brilliant Port Holland. So without further preliminary preview and ado and all that sort of thing, the well-renowned, celebrated, etc. Subgenius video.
Format 6Z, subliminaloid hypnopodiatry version. Start level 3 trance learning state on tone.
She's comfortable. No worries, no fear. It will signal your subconscious mind, flashing a message.
Stop malpractice. Stop malpractice. Are you suffering from information overload? These elementary tapes will introduce you to Bob Dobbs and
The subconscious will listen and absorb this message.
Exactly.
in the world. Mama's getting down with you here tonight. Mama's getting down to help you all night. Mama's gonna kneel and teach your slice. Come on, son, let Bob into your life. Well, NCP, Mama, that's the rap. I'm talking like my motherfucking lips at the clown. Y'all sitting out saying, oh, who is me? Well, I'm here to tell you, it ain't worth being. The end times is here. Try to make a big fall, the fuckers of the past. The wolf is gonna have to go through a rebirth, and that means paying the spaceship Earth. This will come from planet X to remove from us the pinball 6. In the meantime, we will have our say and fornicate every day. Now, conspiracy on its ass, make your life a fucking gas. Take your joke right to the hip, make the normal suckers flip. Take the time to break their minds, tell them to blow it out there behind. Save all their money, get what your worth, and be the script of a rebirth. The last son of long time got to read it more. The mama see all my hypheness. I know what's what. Babe, I like the shape as I come off your mouth. So come on over here and give up the gas. We're some celery bitch. Open the all of your cash. Return you on the right about your soul. Cause when the exes come, you're on my phone. 2 down from Malaysia. We will run with a Jimmy Cool man. Now I must be lying there with an ice pack on my nuts. Or maybe I'll kiss some other 5 bucks. But at least we'll have to win off the machine to bleed and the degree of the fuck conspiracy. And while you're wishing upon a star, you probably lose me something instead of all.
Come on, please, let's put 17 dollars back to me tonight. Let's go home now before you pass out right here on the street.
Woman, I can take more wine and stay somewhere than all the heat and New Zealand.
Yeah, I heard that before. Get your popsicle sticks and let's get your damn dead dick home.
Damn, hope there's something good on TV.
They're out to get you. By a global conspiracy. We're gonna arrive and find out who they are
And how to smash them. You probably already knew that the U.S. government is a sham, something propped up there for you to blame. But did you know that the real powers that be are not even people? That they are actually shambling, unbelievable, unmentionable, unthinkable things? Yes, Jehovah is
an alien and still threatens this planet. Defy the sinister star forces which mock us all. Evil demons have kept the truth from humanity for thousands of years. God has been misquoted all this time. His actual words may disturb you, but Bob Dobbs is a bulwark against the unbearable fear and anxiety tormenting mankind.
Repent, quit your job, slut. The world ends tomorrow and you may die. On a 6 million year cycle in 1998, Dobbs sees the world entering a new land which, in a few years, will bring more wonders and miraculous change and carnage, insanity, and destruction than all mankind's history and prehistory before it. Bob reads a new destiny for America. A time of cataclysmic economic change that will offer untold riches and power for those in the know, while millions of deserving conspiracy dupes thrive in the hell on earth. Uncontrolled thinking, controlled by Bob, will usher in a spiritual rebirth and a cascade of astounding mysteries, supernatural riches, and a restoration of lost sight of things. Totally transform the lives of those who dare to seek them and pay for it. That's right, we're lucky to live in time.
Choose the harmony. Now, the step-by-step process is revealed. It's the only thing that promises action, thrills, success in sex and business.
Bob is the way of life to millions. virtual know-how to help you bash through the locked doorway to financial heaven. He is the one real shortcut to slack.
Now, see another dimension on your TV. Yes, dear, scan system removal no longer. Become physically attractive overnight. Attain status, luck, prosperity by blowing them off.
Bob promises to widen the scope and nature of abnormal behavior to explore new ways of going over the edge. And coming right back was the pretty fat fools he couldn't make on the road. To help you create the highest possible earnings from the psychodynamics of abnormality. To turn multiple personality disorders around and channel them into an illusion of creativity that will fool normals and get you sex.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here tonight to tell you a very strange story. A story so strange that none of you will believe it. But, ladies and gentlemen, seeing is believing. And we, my co-religionists and I, have brought back living proof of our expedition, in which 12 of our party met horrible death. But before I say anything more, I'm going to show you the greatest thing your eyes have ever beheld. He was a king and a god in the world he knew, but now he comes to civilization, a mere show to gratify your curiosity. Ladies and gentlemen, look at Sterno, the eighth wonder of the world.
Good evening. Now, before we proceed with our, quote, dispensations, unquote, I would just like to take this opportunity to state briefly and for the record that my fellow doctors for Bob and myself are members in good standing of the church. But not just any church, for the church to which we belong just happens to be, beyond a shadow of a doubt, the world's only bogus true religion. Of course, I am referring to the Church of the Subgenius. Now, the Church of the Subgenius, as founded by J.R. Bob Dobbs, famous sales master of Slack in 1953, is the pan-religion of the future, uniting superior mutants, social renegades, twisted geniuses, and sci-fi sinners in a worldwide rampage of immoral and prophetic yucks and grins. Yucks and grins which will hopefully, inevitably, lead us directly to a commodity all too lacking in today's modern jet age of go-go society. And that commodity, friends, is Slack! Now, Slack is what the conspiracy wants to take away from us. Slack is what the conspiracy wants to deprive us of. Slack is our way of grabbing life by the lapels and screaming at it. Now, back in the 50s, children, Bob himself noticed a decided lack of slack in our culture. He noticed an awful prevalence of normalcy. He noticed that the normal formed a vast conspiracy against the different, an insidious conspiracy dedicated to squelching our natural rogue instincts, dedicated to wiping out our fun factor, dedicated, in short, to the total and utter eradication of the original slack with which we were all born. Well, Bob and I can fight this conspiracy, children, and what better way, I ask you, than by the foundation of a major new world religion, hence the Church of the Subgenius. Praise Bob! Help me, somebody! Now, many people here tonight, I'm sure, you guys down here, you see the conspiracy on very tiny, arcane, and mealy-mouthed level. You see, the conspiracy only is the U.S. government, CIA, FBI, Lutheran Church Missouri Synod, Catholic Church, Jewish Defense League, Council on Foreign Relations, or Trilateral Commission. Other, more occultated individuals can see to the next level. You see that the conspiracy exists as the Men in Black, the Green Energy Demons, the advanced supersonic Nazi hell creatures from the Hollow Earth, the henchmen of Negi, and the Yakatisma. But I'm here to tell you tonight, children, that the conspiracy exists as none other than Jehovah One, alien space god of wrath from some corporate sin galaxy, and his stark fist of removal. Now, to many here tonight, I'm sure, the Church of the Subgenius may sound a bit, demonic. And you're right, it is demonic. But we're speaking of benevolent demons here. Well, the Church of the Subgenius does recognize every major deity of every world religion. Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, Mohammed, Elvis, Merle, Hank. But rather than having one central authority grace figure, the Church of the Subgenius possesses an entire pantheon, or subgenion as it were, of what are referred to as short duration personal saviors, or short durper staff. Now your short durper staff can be anything from a book you're reading, to a smudge on the corner of a page of that book, to a TV star you're currently enamored of, to a brick that just misses crushing your skull as it falls from the cornice of a rotting building, to the coagulated, dripping neck stump of a decapitated World Cup golfer, and it can last anywhere from a nanosecond to your entire lifetime, and you can have 1 or 10 or millions of short durper staffs concurrently, consecutively, and simultaneously. Now, another aspect of the Church of the Subgenius, seldom mentioned, is the assignment by Bob of our mantra. Now, this is similar to Eastern religion's mantra, in that it is a series of meaningless syllables or phrases repeated over and over to fill and or empty the brain. But unlike theirs, which is a very personal and private thing, ours can be revealed publicly, even shared. And I'd like for you to join me on this, please, for a moment of supreme power. If you repeat after me. Mo. My personal mantra. Now, children, as in any other major world religion, the Church of the Subgenius has certain inalienable tenets, certain basic precepts around which a life philosophy can be formed. The most important of which are, 1, too much is always better than not enough. You're not getting too much. You're not getting never too much, children. What is it always better than? Thank you, children. Praise God. Help me somebody. Now, the next rule of the Church of the Subgenius is you can pull the wool over your own eyes and relax in the safety of your own delusion. So relax. Now, the third rule of the Church of the Subgenius, and this is one that a lot of religions, particularly the Christians, really get into. The third rule of the Church of the Subgenius is you pay to know what you really think. And you just watch Swigert or Falwell on TV sometime, you'll see that point illustrated all too clearly. Now, the fourth rule of the Church of the Subgenius is anybody you see driving a Porsche doesn't deserve it. You deserve it, and you deserve it, and you deserve it, and I deserve it. They don't fucking deserve it. Do they deserve it? Say no. Do they deserve it? Say no. We deserve it. Say yes. And the children praise God. Now the next rule of the Church of the Subgenius is if you can't tell shit from tuna fish, don't order seafood in a French restaurant. Can I get a poibon? Can I get another poibon? Can I get a poibon? Who does it? Who will I know? We don't practice what we preach. We're not the kind of people who are preaching to. Now, have you ever seen another church with the guts to admit that most basic of all religious principles? Say no! Children, say no! Children, say no! Make your children praise Bob! Help me somebody! Now, the last rule of the Church of the Subgenius I'd like to mention tonight is perhaps the most important rule of all. The final rule of the Church of the Subgenius, the ultimate rule of the Church of the Subgenius is, fuck them if they can't take a joke. How many people have asked me, Reverend Sternum, how did you become involved with the Church of the Subgenius? How did you find Bob? Well, I'd like to relate that story to you tonight, children. And a happy story it is, too. It was in the winter of '79. I was in Dallas, Texas. Dejected, depressed. At the end of my tether. In bondage to the conspiracy. Not an ounce of slack to my name. When I happened to glance down in a mud puddle. And there in that puddle was a pamphlet. And there emblazoned on the cover of that pamphlet, children, was Bob's face, beaming up at me. His enigmatic smile seemed to say, here, Bob, look for this cheesy ad, 1953. I know exactly how that smile will look when it's needed in 1984. Well, I picked up that pamphlet, children, and I read it. And what it said, in essence, was, get in on the ground floor of a lucrative new cult now while rates are low. Bob's one of the few people who do that, children. And now there are thousands of zombie-eyed, panhandling teenage followers standing on the corners of the streets the world over, selling that self-same pamphlet and sending me the money. Which affords me considerable slack, as you might guess. So, if you are what they call different, if you think we're entering the new dark ages, if you view the entire universe as one vast, morbid, cosmic joke, if you are searching for an inherently bogus religion that will conduct superior degeneracy and tell you that you are above everyone else, and most important of all, if you can help us with a donation, and the Church of the Subgenius may just provide you with the slack you've been lacking. Now I'd like to finalize here tonight, children, with a quote from Bob himself. As he wrote in the Economicon, the book of Neuronomics, verse 16, chapter 12, S is for the suckers who live all around. U is for you. They're always putting you down. B is for Bob. He gives us our bread. G is for the guns that you put to your head. E is for the eunuch they want you to become. N is for nuts. They wish they had some. I clown.
I have been asked to make a few brief announcements before I go on. You may see under programs that Glass Madness was to appear tonight. However, he is not able to make the engagement. He was shattered not to be able to appear, but we will continue with him. And also, we've had a deplorable accident with the dancing chihuahuas, which are also mentioned in the program. They're cleaning up now, and we're going to proceed to the next act. Also, of course, you may already have done so, but you should visit the concession stand, where you can pick up all sorts of marvelous Subgenius items, to wit. How about some accompaniment on the organ, Concertmeister? Yes, you can get posters of the Shish Kabbalah, the marvelous diagram that demonstrates what it really is to be a Subgenius. Only $10. We also have comic books, the kind men like. Young Lust, is the name of the publication on sale. Only $2.50. Buttons, stickers, memberships, show tapes, books, postcards, scrolls, and of course, the famous and utterly notorious Book of the Subgenius. Still available at a real steal from McGraw-Hill for only $10. Furthermore, you can buy the Stark Fist of Removal, that inner magazine that only big mucky-muck subgeniuses are allowed to receive. But you, if you pay the picayunish price of $3, yes, that's right, $3, can walk home with a new springy copy of the Stark Fist of Removal clutched in your sweaty, pudgy fist. Now, one final thing is that people have been accusing us of being some sort of devil worship cult. This is really absurd, and you know, people see a devil worship everywhere, the Procter & Gamble logo or what have you, but it's all untrue. We have a special relationship with the being that is called the devil. We're not worshippers precisely, but we are aware, as was he, that God, or as we call him, Jehovah One, had gone slightly insane. Also, Lucifer, the angel of light, only wanted a promotion in rank and made a bad judgment, and thus was thrown out of heaven by Jehovah One, that old senile poop. Meanwhile, Lucifer fell, sizzling, through the heavens. Him the Almighty hurled headlong, flaming from the ethereal sky, with hideous ruin and combustion down to bottomless perdition, there to dwell in adamantine chains and penal fire, who durst defy the omnipotent to arms. Poor guy. Well, on to other matters. Our next guest hails from Texas. Yes, that empire to the east, more vast than the minds of urban man can conceive, the empire of Texas, where the infinite plains and restless cities still beat with the pulse of frontier adventure, as in the days of the old Chisholm Trail, when those herds of longhorns thundered on the market. And accompanying himself on the zither, and telling of these glories, will be the very Reverend Buck Naked.
Test. Check.
Okay, well, praise God. Yeah, I'm Pastor Buck Naked. I've been with this weird cult for 6 full years. Okay. Puzzling evidence on the drums. Sneak preview, lead guitar. Uncle Willie on the organ.
Settled over them trees. It left this wire in my head that customized me. A wire in my head, it advises me. Better living through child circuitry. More.
wire in my head, and so did my friend. Those are wires of big business opportunity. The wire that uplifts me financially. The wire in my head gets me good deals. I drive a real solid car and I eat fancy meals. And you can bet I'd kill any sucker who squeals. I got a wire in my head and I like how it feels. I got a wire for your head and I install it for free. Better living through surgery. I got a wire in my head. Squeal and you're dead. Oh, thanks. Thanks. Well, hey, it's nice being here in Los Angeles. Okay, this next one is called Thank You, Bob. We're doing this for the benefit of those who were here last night and hadn't heard it. Thank you, Bob, for cleansing my memory. Thank you, Bob, for helping me to see. And Bob, I'll follow you always. That's right, Bob, until that next day. Thank you, Bob, for sending them pills. Thank you, Bob, for finding me willing teenage girls. And Bob, I'll follow you always. That's right, Bob, until that next day. Next one's about the clone song, called the Clone Song, and we don't call it the clone song. It's about people who are alike. It's about people that don't want to be treated alike. Hey, I don't wanna be a clone no more. I don't like the jobs I was bred to do. They make me feel so bored. This morning, when the buzzer blew, I just wanted to go back in the old tattoo. I don't wanna be a clone no more. Yeah!
I'd like to rise, sleep, day and eat. In privacy, hey, I'd like to live where I would be the only one who looks like me. Hey, I know, blah, 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 I can't clone no more. Yeah, I know, blah, 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 I can't clone no more. Yeah!
You want to see a revival? You want to see a healing? Or do you just want Bob? You know, Bob's been known as a salesman, you know. Bob doesn't, it isn't that Bob wants your money, okay? It isn't that Bob wants really even that little bit of your soul that rubs off the gland that sticks to it when you hand it to Bob. Bob wants your whole wallet. That's right. He wants your credit card. He wants your library card. He needs your gas card. Because, you know, it's like people would sell out their own family for 50 cents. It used to be, we used to ask, the church used to ask for your children. We used to ask, we used to say, give us your children! Give us your children! We will bring them up. We'll teach them how. We'll bring them up. And now all we say is, give us your money because that's the only thing that you weren't willing to turn loose of. You know, when I take your money home with me, I don't just put it in the bank account, an unnumbered Swiss account. I savor it. I smell it. I look up to my nose and say, oh, thank you, Bob. That's pretty good. When I eat, I sit there and I go, thanks, Bob. It's pretty good food, Bob. Oh, where'd you get this stuff? Well, thank you. You know what I mean. You know, you don't just eat a hamburger french, you eat the hell out of it. But hey, I don't have to practice what I preach, because I'm not the kind of person I'm preaching to, am I? Hell no! You know, I got up on this stage and I said, somebody sacrifice your wristwatch for time control for Bob. You know what they did? That's what they did. And I've been crying ever since. Bob, you don't love me like I do! Sorry. No, I'm kind of a religious fanatic, and I admit it. And you know, religion is something you should take halfway. You need to really, like, kill yourself for religion. We've had a few martyrs already, and or kill us or whatever. We've already killed Bob. So how many want Bob back tonight? And let's hear from the kill Bob side. Right. And if you notice in the suppressed Zapruder film, the one that was finally released here in LA last year, there was UFOs all over the place at the Kennedy assassination site. That's true. Well, I saw it, and that proves it. Good night, I'm Pastor Buck Naked from Dallas.
that stang of stangs, Sibylline spouter of harangues, of sterno's claws and Janer's fangs. When that the X's are upon us, when X day finally upon us, the pinks will broil, but not insult us. Nature and death will stand aside, the jaws of doom shall open wide, while Ivan's shall perch inside. Where throplessness and pinkness dwells, false prophets from their citadels, he topples down to nether hell. He judges pinks and gimme-gobs, and renders into viscid blobs those who profane the name of dogs. He rules the vast subgenial host, even schismatics on the coast flinch from his name as from a ghost. Where can we go? Where can we hide? No place in all this world so wide shall escape the dire subgenial tide. The Janers howl, the sternos flee, Bohondas rises from the sea, no hiding place for you and me. What future does our doom procure us? Can the earth indeed endure us? Let the damn old dog's head lure us. Haranger of the stang harangue, the gangster of the gang of gangs, let us now welcome Ivan Stang.
Conspiracy this time. The conspiracy within the Church of the Subgenius. That's right, I'm afraid it's true. Yes, the conspiracy has a way of creeping in. And I think most of you know what I mean by the conspiracy. It's what makes you work a 9-to-5 job, a meaningless, in most cases, a sad and meaningless 9-to-5 job. And why? Just for your bread, your food to eat. Someday the promised kingdom of Bob Dobbs will come. But in the meantime, this church has become overrun by the faithless. Yes, those who cannot believe that J.R. Bob Dobbs could take 4 bullets through the head and come back fighting. Oh yeah, the conspiracy within the church. Now I've had a lot of experience with the conspiracy at large myself, just as most of you have. Until just recently I was working for them night and day. And I'll tell you, I learned an interesting thing in one of my most recent jobs. I ended up working with some of the higher-ups in the media business of the conspiracy. Big book publishers, big TV folks, and some of my prior misconceptions were shattered. Because I had always thought, well, the top people at the conspiracy must be just as dumb as the poor dupes at the bottom. But, nay, not so. I discovered, much to my surprise, that those conspiracy bigwigs, who happen to be mostly white males, in fact, all white males, pretty much, at the top, were actually a bunch of funny guys. They weren't mindless dupes. They knew exactly what they were doing. And I began to think, now, these characters aren't what I thought of as conspiracy dupes. These are unsaved and possibly unsavable, rogue, latent subgeniuses. And so here we have the ringleaders of the conspiracy, unsaved subgeniuses, and yet this church is filling up with pinks, normals, mediocrities, the Barbies and Kens, the mindless ones. about Bob being dead. And I said, oh, you should be depressed, little Bobby, because you're going to fry come X day when the aliens come and us true Subgenius apostles are waiting for you from that mothership. Oh, it's frustrating. The Bobbies, yes, and there's some here tonight, I'm sure. A Bobby is the kind that wouldn't know true slack if it crawled up their ass in the form of an evil snake. Not that slack often takes the form of an evil snake, but you know what I mean. They're the ones who walk around all day long thinking if they just chant Bob Slack, oh Bob Slack, then that's going to buy their way into Dobbstown. Well, there's nothing wrong with saying Bob Slack, Bob Slack, Bob Slack all day. I did that for 2 years. But in those days, you had to sin your way into Dobbstown. And it had to be original sins. Sins that we could use. So they have this screwy notion of slack. The slack comes with a $20 membership in the church, or you send more money to the church, you get more slack. That ain't slack! That's something that teaches you a little about slack. But it's not just the Bobbies. All of America has a strange idea of just what slack is. They think you can buy it. Actually, slack for 3/4 of the world is a good dinner. But here, I mean, funny, ain't it? Yeah. 3,000 kids starving to death in Mexico City every day. Big joke! Conspiracy, a big joke. Slack, that must be a big joke too. And Bob, oh, he's too good to be true. Oh, yeah. I have a theory about the Bobbies. They're the ones who I think they can learn slack only through agony. The only slack they'll ever get is the slack that comes when the Subgenius doctor quits hitting them on the head with a sacred hammer. And they're the ones out here who don't think I'm talking about them, as a matter of fact, because an asshole, by definition, an asshole cannot know that it is an asshole. So the next time one of these little Bobby, normally warmly boys, comes up to me and says, "Oh, Reverend Stan, they killed me, man. I'm going to kill him, and so should you." It's dangerous. This whole thing, this whole church, could go very wrong someday. In fact, sometimes I think it's already starting. The church after Bob is a lot like early Christianity. You can see this sort of pattern starting up. A Messiah, let's call him a Messiah, a Savior, is born, a nobody, rises to some obscure prominence, and then is killed by one of his own apostles. Yes. And then the squabbling, the interchurch denominational squabbling between the different Subgenius clenches began. Each one saying, "Oh, I'm the true Apostle Bob. I paid more money than the next Subgenius." They have a smugness quotient. A smugness quotient nearing that of that you see on the 700 Club. Because what they're trying to turn this into is a conformity of nonconformists. Yeah, they're out there and increasingly sticking to the tar baby above. Yeah. And oftentimes we go to Subgenius revivals, and this particular one is not quite so true, but I look out many times on a sea of white male faces, just like you'd see at a science fiction convention or an art show. Friends, that's wrong. The Subgenius race is the master race because it comes in all colors, all sexes, all shapes. And there's 3 sexes, by the way, if you didn't know. So, consequently, many true Subgeniuses can't stand each other. And they shouldn't. They're not all alike. It's a collection of eccentric personalities. At least that's the way it's supposed to be. They're not meant to cluster together. And yet, many years ago, when we were first working on the book of the Subgenius, working only from memos from Bob, Dr. Philo Drummond and myself took it upon ourselves to say, well, the Subgenius members should be able to group together in little clenches, we call them. And friends, that was a mistake. It was a sad and sorry mistake. That's conspiracy behavior patterns. It's the wrong programming. It's an authoritarian bunch of bullshit. No subgenius can give orders to any other subgenius because true subgeniuses take their orders direct from Bob. You paid to know what you really think, so think, goddammit! Oh, it's frustrating. It's very frustrating. I look upon the church and I think, we ought to just shut down this P.O. box, this sacred P.O. box. Yeah, why not? But we can't. We cannot do that. Because we have, all of us, true subgenii, a blood covenant with Wotan, Jehovah One, Ra, whatever you want to call it. It's out there and we've got to do it. The conspiracy pays a little better than Bob Dobbs, I admit, but we'll never shut down because Bob believes in a strong America and a strong world, but strong from abnormality. We are abnormality. And there was one thing that Bob wanted us to make very clear, and he seemed to see, I think he knew what was coming before his assassination last year. He said, Reverend Stein, make sure that they know I'm not the Messiah. Bob said, I know you want to believe he is. Oh, yes, but he did not die for your sins. Because Bob Dobbs doesn't care about your sins. He doesn't give a shit about your sins. Bob Dobbs came and comes again and again to justify your sins. Rationalize your sins, my friend. Roman may have killed Bob for your sins, but that's between him and the devil. And meanwhile, the prophecy says that before 1998, before the aliens come to either snuff us like a dog by the side of the road or take us to the vet, before that happens, this church will be taken over by the Bobbies. There it is. Oh, it will be a big money-making thing. In fact, if they control the whole world, then there may come a time, my friend, when you're paying for church air. And you've got to have the church air. And you'll be paying your soul for a lungful. Church air, one soul per breath, says the prophecy. Something to think about. It'll be bad, friends. The tribulation times are coming. You know it as well as I do. Shit will rain from the sky. The Cadillacs the size of vampires will plummet across the skyscrapers of America. You think Jesus had it bad? Wait till you see what they're going to do to you, my friend. They'll make you nail yourself up on that cross. And I don't know how you're going to get your left hand nailed in after you nail the right hand in. You'll probably get some volunteers to help. Or you may have to pay somebody to do it, but how you going to get your wallet out of your pants, huh? Yeah, but I believe, friends, that Bob Dobbs is stronger than the Bobbies. I believe that someday Bob will replace all false conspiracy, all false slack, false drugs, false sex, false money, in a limitless paradise of sales. But then there is the anti-Bob, who would love to see, it's the anti-Bob, friends, who would love to see a planet of bombs. All male white salesmen selling shit to each other, buying shit from each other. That's the Bobbies' idea. Everybody walking around with a pipe in their mouth. That's the Bobbies' idea of a subgenius church. So you don't have to look for Bob. Bob will find you. You just have to look out for the other deities, the false Bobs. And there's going to be plenty of them that coming up in these end times. You can't hide from Bob, my friend. If you're a Bobby, he knows it. He knows it. Now, the conspiracy, somewhere along the line, without asking me, or probably you, built 50,000 nuclear weapons, at least. And the Subgenius Church, we only have about 3. But we'll fight them anyway. Even with those odds, we'll fight them. Because it's always the crazy people. It seems to be always the kooks, the weirdos, who are the only ones crazy enough to stand up against that conspiracy machine that's rolling and rolling along relentlessly, mindlessly, doesn't even know what it's doing, but it's coming to the edge of a big cliff, and it's going to take all of us with it if there ain't some bug in the works to gum it up before it hits that precipice. Now that little gum, that little monkey wrench in the works ain't there anymore. Bob's dead, so to speak. But that just means that you have to take up where Bob left off. I believe you can do it. Oh yes, dear friends, Bob comes to give you pills, yes, but not the false pills of the conspiracy, no. The pills of slack, the pills that help you see, the pills that let you be, the pills of revolution, my friend. Bob will rise again, yes? The third coming is coming. And so will you be if you can take it. And when that happens, we will finally be able to fight that conspiracy. We'll be able to burn out the hate, burn out the fire, burn out the radiation. Because when Bob comes again, dear friends, he comes to judge. And ye pink boys who've been spreading his name falsely, oh, they'll buy a Bob t-shirt, but they don't want to read what Bob has to say. They don't want to listen to the tapes of what Bob has to say. They just want their friends to know they know who Bob is. So he'll be back any minute, Bob will. Could be any minute. And when he comes again, I hope you know who he is this time. Friends, we want you to help give life to the image of the best. Ah, yes. He'll be back now. If you're ready to trust in Bob, I need a volunteer in the audience who has a watch. Is there any? Is there a volunteer? Ah, you. Can you come up on stage, please, sir? Now. Would you give or let me borrow that watch for a little while? Now, there's a doctrine in the Church of the Subgenius known as time control. Time control. Now, the conspiracy has its own form of time control. Let me see that little watch. Nice. Well, it's not that nice, but it's a watch. They've been keeping you a slave to this little thing, my friend. Oh, smile, won't you? How about you? How many of you are tied to the little thing tied around your wrist? Hey? How many of you are willing to free yourselves from this little thing? Hey? There's Subgenius time control is a little different. Now watch, and you may learn something. We'll set it down right there. And the sacred sledgehammer, friends. Would you like to see some time control? How about some more? Anybody else? See someone inside, eh? Yeah, I didn't think so. It's only a $125 watch. So, dear friends, I want you to trust Bob. Don't trust those who follow Bob. Trust Bob and Bob will follow you. Praise Bob! Thank you.
may notice some of the objects on our stage. This thing right here, it may only be partially visible, is nothing other than the original golden calf, which the Israelites, in their wisdom, worshipped when Moses had his back turned. This object here, which last night took an unfortunate header from our stage, perhaps symbolically appropriately, is supposed to represent everything that is bad to worship. But this is no dead guy on a stick, my friends. This is a harmless herbivore, a peaceful browser in pastures, who happens to be idealized and realized in gold. As good as gold, friends, like the Church of the Subgenius. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for me to introduce the Reverend Dada Free Imhotep Innocent the First, a.k.a. Michael Pepe, who will enact an ecstatic, shamanistic, bull dada ritual of supplication, placation, and transubstantiation to appease the elder gods. Michael Pepe.
Hello. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not really one of the big people in the church. I'm just a rank and file subgenii like many of you. If I seem somewhat distraught this evening, it's because I come before you this evening with a matter that is a matter of life and death to me. Several months ago, Bob appeared to me in a dream. I will spare you the hideous and somewhat terrifying detail of this dream. But suffice it to say, Bob said to me, Reverend Dada Free Imhotep Innocent the First, I want you to learn a ritual of supplication to the elder gods. I'm going to, this is a ritual, I call it velocity is stillness. I don't know why he calls it this, but that's just what he said to me. And he said it consists of words, vocal sounds, gestures, drumming, and facial expressions. He said it's very fast and dense and complex, but I need you to get every single fucking detail exactly, perfectly right. And I'm also going to teach you a notational system with which to score this ritual. And he used the term score. I don't know why he used that term, but that's what he said. And so he then taught me the ritual and the notational system. He disappeared. I woke up. I worked for several months, day in and day out, night after night, memorizing and learning this particular ritual. When I had it completely memorized, he appeared to me again in a dream. He said, Reverend Dada Free Imhotep Innocent the First, I want you to make a videotape of the ritual. He then disappeared again. I made the videotape. Last week, he appeared to me a third time in the dream. He said, you've done well so far. I now have another task for you. I want you to go down to the Subgenius D-Bible and Pre-Armageddon Gut Blowout in Los Angeles next week. And I want you to perform the ritual live, perfectly, simultaneously with the videotape of the ritual. I want you to race against the videotape. And if you don't go too far ahead of it, and you don't fall too far behind it, and you finish at exactly the same moment as the videotape, you will have reserved yourself a window seat on the space bus on July 5th, 1998, when the exorcists landed. And when they land and they deliver the Subgenii from the land of the Pinks and the planet of the Clocks, if you fuck up so much as one detail of this ritual, you die immediately and fall 50 trillion rungs back down the karmic ladder and reincarnate as a Windex block. So, I don't know, I don't want to take the chance. Okay. Bob, I entreat you give me strength. Commence the videotape. No! That wasn't my fault.
still here, thank God. Rewind it a little. Oh, they started in the middle of the video. Fix it. Go back to the title. Bob put his title on the front there. It's interesting, I didn't have to put the title on there. Bob had to put the title on there. Tell me will you please tell me when the title comes on, it says velocity of stillness. Now be ready. Go. Just yell. Don't do that.
Give up creativity. Rather fool normals and get you sex.
It's the end of the last one.
Go! Title.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Bodhisattva, oh sing it while and someone to watch over here. Ave Maria, tomorrow, we shall play tomorrow with a song or two. I'm the only soda, you all hit and run. That's not what you're like, you can be a fun. She had a fun. She had a fun. She had a fun. William, silver, palladium, cadmium, playing very well the country, now showing all how to make it be great. I can't allow it, make it be great. I'm going to report this, we live in this way, get over 10,000, the rating game we get. Like, you're not saying that. One of the technicals, fluctuating like they're used, we got that. The very creepy one, nothing is real. Upper game, the small stage up with the way, the small one, pull away, say, with the way. And nothing to get on about, taking back, the whole world's up to get a touch with. Number 9, simple news. I tried myself in the air of crime. Not one jot or tickle. Having horribly suffered, we try to realize that all 5 cylinders are empty in a speaking cycle of birth, death, and suffering. Blah, 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 blah. Praise God.
And now, it's time for Big Nurse, that is to say, Job's head nurse, to lead you all in scientific calisthenics and aerobicize, designed by the Church of the Subgenius to increase your stamina and preserve your precious bodily integrity. And so, I'll put you in the hands of our capable nurse, Job's head nurse, and I know you'll enjoy this one.
All Bob's children on
Well, now that you're all exercised, I think we're ready for our next attraction. There is a thing in Little Rock, Arkansas. A thing that the locals call Janer. An unclean thing, like snakes that slither over the belly of a slimy stream, whispering sinful secrets. This unclean thing, Janer, may be joined at times by his erstwhile associate, Sterno Cackhaver. But for now, it is sufficient to say the one word, Janer.
Praise Bob! Can I get a praise Bob? Can I get a help me somebody? Thank you. I'm Janer Hypocles from Little Rock, Arkansas. I know it might not be hip in today's modern society of cocaine, ecstasy, discotheques, Quaker state. But I'm a dying again back to the pamphlet. Subgenius fundamentalist preacher. Help me somebody. Let me look at my notes for just a second. We were playing in Dallas, Texas not too long ago. I saw a columnist had written a thing in the Dallas paper. He said, there will also be an appearance by an act called Doctors for Bob. An act! An act, I said. Well, I guess that woman who's got no legs will never walk again for the rest of her life is going to win an Academy Award if it's an act. I guess they don't think the conspiracy's a metaphor. Yeah, the conspiracy's just got some kind of joke. Oh yeah, El Salvador. Yeah, that's real funny. Nicaragua, good joke, yeah. Vietnam, napalm and babies, that's a good one. Yeah, the conspiracy's a joke. Dr. Bob's nothing but an act. Oh, help me somebody, praise Bob. People call me a reactionary. How reactionary are you? Perhaps it's true. Perhaps I do react a bit. Decide for yourself. Maybe I am a reactionary. I react when I see an American flag being burned less than 3 times a week. I react when I see golfer head launching. I react when I see golfer head launching being banned from our public school system. I react when I see elementary school children mainlining heroin on the street, and I'm not getting a piece of the action. I react when I see magazines of pornographic filth depicting every type of depravity known to man or subgenius, displayed openly on newsstands, and they've got the cover stapled down to where I can't see what's on the inside. Friends, I am a reactionary, and I do react. You can't hide from God. Not in your reaper. You can't hide from God in a liquor bottle. You're gonna be hiding in a liquor bottle when Judgment Day comes. Oh, help me somebody. You can't hide from God because He's bigger than you. He's bigger than all reality. Oh, help me somebody. My legs are on fire. She ain't got no legs. Praise God. You cannot hide from this man, J.R. Bob Dobbs. Because he's stupider than you are. He smokes more prop than you do. His face is mimeographed and put up in more places than yours is. His face has got more black and white dots on it than yours does. You cannot hide from this man, J.R. Bob Dobbs. Oh, help me somebody. I need some help. My legs are on fire. She ain't got no legs. Praise Bob. You cannot run from your own legs. No matter what you're using to run away from them with. from Bob because he's stupider than you are. You cannot hide from God because he's bigger than you. He's bigger than all reality. Oh, help me somebody. My legs are on fire. She ain't got no legs, praise God. Need some help, need some help. You cannot swallow your own throat. What are you going to swallow it with? And if you use that to swallow it with, what are you going to swallow? You cannot swallow your own throat. You cannot run from your own legs. You cannot hide from this man, if you call him that J.R. Bob Dobbs, because he's stupider than you are. You cannot hide from God because he's bigger than you. He's bigger than all reality. Oh, help me somebody. My legs are on fire. She ain't got no legs. Pull the lever and down you go. Praise God. You cannot digest your own stomach. You cannot wash soap. What are you going to do? Cut it in half and rub the ends together? You going to slide it through a car wash? You going to throw it in the washing machine? You can't wash soap. You cannot digest your own stomach. You cannot swallow your own throat. You cannot hide from this man, J.R. Bob Dobbs, and he's stupider than you are. You cannot hide from God, he's bigger than you. He's bigger than all reality. Oh, help me somebody. She ain't got no legs. My legs are on fire. Pull the lever and down we go. Praise God. Reach up, reach up. You cannot wet water. It's already wet. You're just going to get more water if you run water on water. You cannot think about your own brain. It's part of the problem. You cannot think about your own brain. You cannot wet water. You cannot wash soap. You cannot digest your own stomach. You cannot run. You cannot swallow your own throat. You cannot run from your own legs. You cannot hide from this man, J.R. Bob Dobbs, he's stupider than you. You cannot hide from God. He's bigger than you. He's bigger than all reality. Oh, help me somebody. Pull the lever down. Go. My legs on fire. She ain't got no legs. Praise God. Get smell. Get smell. You cannot pee your own dick. It's not going to fit through that little hole. It's too big. Mine is anyway. You cannot pee your own dick. You cannot wash water. You cannot clean soap. You cannot swallow your own throat. You cannot digest your own stomach. You cannot run from your own legs. You cannot hide from this man, J.R. Bob Dobbs, he's stupider than you are. You cannot hide from God, he's bigger than all reality. Oh, help me somebody. Pull the lever down, go. Preacher, my legs are on fire. She ain't got no legs. Praise God, help me somebody. You call this an act? I said it was an act. I am a reactionary, friends. Come on. I saw an article in a recent Billy Graham column on religion. It said, "Dear Dr. Graham, I recently converted to Christianity, and yet I'm not presently killing doctors for Bob. Is this perhaps a theological contradiction? Can I be a born-again Christian without, at this moment, killing doctors for Bob? That's the kind of forces we have against us. Oh, help me somebody. Need some help. Pull the lever down. Go. My legs are on fire." Now there's some people in Arkansas. I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas. I guess I've already told you. Need some help. I've already told you I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas. There's some people in Little Rock for some reason or another don't get into our acts, so-called acts. I remember a policeman came up to me. There was some type of incident, something about a woman, I don't know, losing her legs or something. He said, "Boy, what the hell do you think you're doing?" Well, I said, "Why, we're bold surrealists, sir." Bold surrealists. Bold surrealists, he said. "Son, you know how many men we got up in the state penitentiary who just love to claim they're nothing but bold surrealists?" Oh, help me somebody. Now, this might not have much to do with that you can tell with the Dobbs doctrine, but I was just wondering how many people in here know how to make a grandma face sandwich. Well, you take say 2 pieces of rye bread, spread some mustard on it, some lettuce, tomatoes. You might want to put some sprouts if you're one of these healthy people. And your grandma's face! I didn't want to kill her. I didn't mean to. I was drunk. She just kept nagging me. Nagging me. I didn't have the chainsaw over there on the table. I got her right off here. I didn't mean to. I didn't want to hurt myself. Then, well, you might want to put some mayonnaise on the other piece of bread and put it on like that. I did this act, the grandma face sandwich in San Francisco, and a woman told me that it made her sick. I said, well, yeah, I know what you mean. I forgot to toast the bread. We're gearing up for a little song here. All we need is a grandma face. We've got a little song, another part of our act. It's called Shock and Living Reality. About a young man who receives electroshock therapy.
We don't play songs like this in Arkansas.
This is a dance or die section of the show.
Right on.
So you better dance.
We kill songs like this in Arkansas. Killing 150 innocent people is bad? Go ahead, lock me up. If that's insane, I guess I am. I'm more sane than Charles Manson and Son of Sam put together. She said she was 18. How was I to know she was only 3? How many people must I kill to bring on my flag? That wasn't nearly as bad as that time they did. That one damn time they... horrendous, horrible time they shot with them again. I mean, well, I didn't mind it that much when they cut me in half with barbed wire and they peeled a band-aid off my body hand. Oh, it was fun that time they skinned me alive. Well, that one time they burned my entire body into a wall of membrane attached to a human brain. The only purpose was to feel pain. And then applied the flame. Oh, that was fun. That time they picked my nose with a chainsaw and was playing. Oh yeah, that was fun. That was a big old party. Oh, that was fun. Compared to that time that one damnable hellish time they shot the living deal out of me. They can shot the living deal out of me. I don't mind that. And I don't mind they shot the living deal out of me. I ain't no mind the time they shot the living deal out of me. My key, that's something else. My key is important. I didn't mind that time they shot the living deal out of me. Well, it's fun that time they shot the living deal out of me. I just didn't want to shock the living deal out of me. That wasn't nearly as bad as that time that one damn time they shot the living deal out of me. They tied me down with ropes. They roped me down with chains. I didn't know what was going on. I told them it wasn't me. I was being controlled by Arnold Palmer's minds. They didn't believe me. I tried to tell them about the X's, the green energy demons, the conspiracy. They said I was mad. They said I was crazy. And how those green energy demons are ruling the planet. They aren't laughing quite so hard now, are they? They put me in that one room where you don't get any good pills. They had the electrodes got shooting. Well, hell, that time they cut my arms and legs off and shot me in the dick with a neutron howitzer. Oh yeah, that was a lot of fun. Compared to that time that one damn time that one damn time which I live in horrible dread, the repetition of that time they shot the living gay out of me. We got another little song for you. This is a song that's actually based on a true incident. An incident called My Life. It's a little thing I call Told the Judge. Saturday night, and I was smoking and drinking everything inside. Somebody must have saw that the rain got long, they put me in the back of a black and white car, but I told the judge, suck my dick. Told the judge, suck my dick. So, oh, judge, suck my dick. Told the judge, suck my dick. Told the judge, suck my dick. Oh, judge, suck my dick. Well, I guess I'd rather get sent to hell than Saturday night and be down in jail for that report. Send me to court, jump in the beach, and what's your proof? I can even get that judge to claim. Now I'm too busy walking down my pants. Get me back on the court, little judge, you know, suck my dick. Oh, judge, 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 suck my dick. My Lord said, son, you crazy your ways, trying to make you a deal and you're showing your butt. What would you do for the judge of God? And I got a lot of sense when it's smoking pot. Hit some boat in the road, what turned out to be the judge's kid. Now the judge suck my dick. Oh, the judge suck my dick. Oh, the judge suck my dick. Oh, judge suck my dick. Oh, judge suck my dick. Oh, the judge suck my dick. Alright, Your Honor, let's hear you swear a little bit. For the next 20 years of slaving away till I had a stroke and I passed away. At the end of time it was judgment day, and so the Lord looked at me and I heard him say, I'm the Lord of mercy, I forgive all sins. This paradise here, and you're welcome in. All I'm asking is that you repent. I said, Lord, my body might be dead, but I'm still in the mood to get a little head. Maybe I don't know when I'm licked. I've been abused, I've been confused, or frankly, Lord, I'm not amused, I don't believe you can properly introduce. I got pain inside, I just can't be here. The son of man told me hyperhook. Not all, but I put it in small, but I got me a tongue about 10 feet tall. Why I'm willing to risk it all with a no, a tongue gave me lips. From ancient times to the present day, from the fall of Rome to the USA, from Cain and Abel to Django Ray, you put the righteous cause and the sinner's pray. From the first big bang to the final judgment day. They never let us raise hell, and raise your mind to the world of the dead, which you and I endure, the universal hand. Pressure mounted, sweat pouring off my face, at stake was the future of the human race. And then at last there was the final thrust that blew a new big bang. It's rang out across the universe. Hell was chaos and death was sick. The sword was less mighty, death was sick. The souls of all mankind submerged into a universal one. The final prophecy therefore I came to come. For the prophecy staff, therefore consider blood. I say the only rule, rise, don't judge. Don't judge somebody, don't judge somebody. Don't a special head tonight. This is no Trevino head. Thank you. It's long enough, believe me. This is no Sam Sneed head. This is no Carol Trevino, Carol Burnett toe. This is no Arnold Palmer hand. This is, in fact, the bleeding head of Arnold Palmer. The only true course of salvation lies in the bleeding head of Arnold Palmer. You can be worshiping in the head. You can be worshiping of the head. You can be worshiping by the head. But if you're not worshiping from the head, you're gonna burn. I don't need the plastic club. I need the iron club. You can't launch a Palmer head with a plastic club. You can drain all the blood out of your body and replace it with Pennzoil. But you're still not going to go to heaven unless you're worshiping in the head. You can sell your car and ride a Toro lawnmower around, but if you're not worshiping of the head, you're going to burn. You're going to burn forever. Whose head is it that lies launched bleeding, and Arnold shall cry to himself, for it is Arnold's head which is launched for thee, yea, not for me or for ye, but as it was spoken, and also written in the prophecy for thee.
hour has come upon us. It is time to resurrect the corpus of Bob. We wish to see him among us. We wish to see Bob return to the living. If you wish to see Bob, you must help. And you. Yes, even you. You must concentrate and help us, because this is the part of the program which is the authentic and promised as advertised atomic seance. We must reach a critical mass of psychic concentration in order for the reaction to take place. I will be assisted by Reverend Ivan Stagg.
All right, now friends, I want you to take this damn seriously. This is not some cheap shit. This could be dangerous. And we could be putting the health of Dr. Hal in some jeopardy. I do more than that. What we're going to do, and we need your help for this somewhat, I'm going to attempt to put Dr. Hal into a very, very deep trance, from which to shake him out of it too soon could kill him. But I love the idea. But what we must do is call down the spirit guide. And we don't know which one it's going to be yet. So we want your help, your concentration. Silence it at first. All right? Dr. Hal, are you ready?
Yes, I am ready, my son.
Hal, I want you to follow my hand with your eyes. And I want you to repeat these syllables after me. Sing, sing, Salabim.
Sing, Salabim.
Sing, sing, Salabim. Sing, Salabim. Dr. Hal.
Yes?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you feel my hand upon your head?
No.
Focus the energy. Shh. This could be very dangerous. Dr. Hal?
Yes?
I want you to leave the body, and we're going to call for the spirit guide. Concentrate. Friends, this is the spirit guide tonight is Chief Mesquimicus of the Ukabalabunga tribe, a long-deceased medicine man and an old drinking compatriot of Bob Dobbs. He says that Bob Dobbs is near. But he's near. The afterworld is not so far away from us. We must have. He has called out that we must perform a ritual called the hum. The hum. Chief Mesquimicus. Begin the hum. Now, you hum. Good. Keep it up. Concentrate. Fixate your concentration on Bob. The hum. Let's hear it. We need more of it. Louder. They have to hear us on the other side, friends, to bring Bob back. Louder, a little more, a little more. see you really believe in Bob Dog.
You couldn't keep him here for more than a few seconds, could you? You idolaters, generations of wine bibbers, fornicators, drinkers of new coke. You don't deserve to live. You don't deserve to be in the church of the Subgenius. You deserve to hear the band that dare not speak its name.
You could have had world peace. You could have been coming for eternity in your blood. But you couldn't believe enough. You deserve the band that dare not speak its name.
to see us.
Sure.
Say hello to all our friends out there. I'm sick of Wotan. I'm tired of all this noise. Want to play real music, have fun with it. Subgenius vinyl is just no fun for me. I should spend my $10 on beer and watch TV. I'm sick of Bob. I'm sick of I'm tired of Sterno. Getting her news with a coons. I never thought I'd get this treatment from Palmer Reading. I'm sick of Bob. I'm sick of our home. I'm sick of Bob. I'm sick of Bob. This is the song that the mysterious men in black offered us $3,000 to not play tonight. I hope you enjoy it. Nobody wants to sing the song. It's all I want to have to break. Oh, your mind's away. This little woman was a real nasty guy. First thing they had was to watch you die. Oh, you silly, silly poster. Oh, you poster of God. One color paper. If they just roll it and stuck it somewhere, I'd feel a little safer. Everything that I never wanted to be. I'm getting out of this, all that I never wanted to see. Oh, close the door, please. Let go of me. Oh, you scary, scary poster. Oh, you poster of God. It's just a picture of just a head. I'm in this band, but I wish I was dead. Poster of God. Black and white, but shall